Ahoy hoy.
That's how did you know that I say that all the time? Because of Mr. Burns saying that forever.
Why did I get an ad for itchy dogs on my way? Why? This is 2 weeks in a row that we're getting ads on here for some reason.
It's not supposed to get ads.
It's what's not supposed to be happening. We actually have a few things to talk about today, which I didn't tell you about at all.
Cool.
Ad-libbing everything.
Great. I love to not be told things. It's
I know.
the best.
It's the best way.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Wow.
That just fell down.
Wow.
Better tighten that up.
That's what she said.
We can do this. Gregory Potter, hello. Nancy, hello to everyone.
What up, y'all?
We'll just do it that way. It's easier. Support Steenfott Aquatics by shopping at the West Spot Tropical Fish. Use coupon code Steenfott10. And they got a lot. Well, maybe not a lot, but they did get some cool fish in
They did.
that we're going to talk about.
Oh, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, because I think they deserve a shout out. The fish deserve a shout out.
I always like when there's exciting fish on the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
It's never a bad thing.
So we actually spent the day in the fish room, cleaning tanks, doing water changes.
Pretty pooped right now, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. And it's probably the warmest day of the year for us, which means it's super warm in here.
Yep.
Windows open, fans are on, so if there's any fan noise, let me know. But it's not going to do any good because I'm not going to turn it off anyways because it's too hot.
Wish everybody could see how cute the Tegu is. She's darling. I say this every time.
Leo says, get my new corridors tomorrow. Woohoo! Setting up my new Biomaster 2.
Corridoras.
Corridoras.
What is a corridora?
I forget, did you end up with the Mate or the Melanie? And thank you for the $5 super chat. Much appreciated.
Thanks, dude.
We actually had our worst month ever on YouTube last month.
Cool.
So that helps.
Great.
It was an interesting month.
Yeah, well,
Very interesting.
not the good kind of interesting either.
It was fun though.
Yeah.
We had some good live streams. We actually had somebody super thank us on the live stream, which is very cool and very appreciated. We got a $5 tip, which is about the third time that's ever happened. I believe the first 2 times were both Kelly. So thank you, Kelly.
Yeah, that's
I'm sure you're not
nice.
here, but
Thanks, Kelly. If someone say thank you to Kelly when they
Kelly
see her.
Foreman. Yep. It's always exciting to see something like that. Congratulations on your crap
Thanks,
month.
dude.
Yeah.
Good looking out.
I had to go back, I think, almost 4 years to find a month that was that bad.
Cool.
So we got nowhere to go but up.
We're just getting. I mean, to be fair, this is probably one of the Schneider skinks just fell all the way down. They're all right.
The male was chasing her earlier.
He better not be.
I think they wanted,
No, well, they sometimes just
Springtime is in the air. So about 3 days ago, you found a group of Aspidora's roachai fry.
I did. Or eggs.
And eggs. And while we were doing water changes today, I got to see them hatch out.
I was so annoyed because I had just checked on them about 20 minutes prior, and I was like, damn, I think they fungused over. I couldn't tell. It was hard to see. And so I was like, oh, whatever. And I sit him down. He's like, oh, there's the fry in there. I'm like, no, there's not. I was like, quit lying, because I was just looking in there 2 seconds ago, and there wasn't anything in there. So they had literally just wiggled their way out in the 10 to 20 minutes since I looked at them. But they're tiny little things. Itty bitty.
And during our water changes today, I found more eggs from the roachai, Aspidoras roachai.
Yep.
Found eggs from the bronze cories, Corridors Aeginus.
I got a bunch of Venezuelans eggs. Did I tell you that?
No.
Yeah, I took a ton out of there.
I don't even.
Venezuelans.
Oh, those are short side.
I always call them that, and you know
So that was going to be my next thing.
I have a ton of them.
We pulled a bunch of eggs for the Corridora Schultzei
You
Black.
can't see the back of it, and so what I have to do, the aquarium is so green, so I have to run my hands all along the back, and there was a ton of them glued to the back of the tank. So that's where most of them were.
And then our pygmy fish were also spawning, our pygmy sunfish.
Pygmy fish. That's
Yep.
so cute.
Pretty vague.
Pygmy fish. They're just small.
And also, I haven't told you this yet. I had
Wow.
3 quail hatch out today, so
Oh, nice.
I got some
Were they
fry, some
oh.
quail fry. And Jody stepping in and gifting
Thank you,
10
Jody.
memberships.
Thank you, Jody.
Jeff and a banana. You.
Who?
Garage
Oh.
Gills. You.
I was like, me? What?
Fish Hunter 3G. Lisa. The White Wolf. Any Fish Will Do. I like that name. B Wood. All gifted memberships. Thank you so much. We will be streaming for the members right after this stream. What pygmy of sunfish? Ooh, that's a good question. This is why I don't ever say.
Yeah.
They're not the Okefenokis. Feeding those quail to the tegu. Nope.
No.
We feed their eggs to the tegu.
Yeah, I can't do quail. I can't.
And
do it.
I sold 20 quail about a month ago, so I had to hatch a few out.
The tegu gets like mice, like frozen thawed mice, but I can't.
I can probably look it up. I should probably know what kind of fish I
can't.
have.
Well, I mean, yeah. Sometimes it's hard. To be fair, we haven't seen them for so long. This is because we nuked their tank and moved them to a different tank, and so this is the first time we've Everglades or Gilberti. Why do I want to say it's Everglades? But I could be wrong. Oh, yeah, quail are so cute, aren't they? Little button quail. I was gonna
They
say
are
cute
the
as a button.
Everglade.
That's what I thought.
Evergladei. Got
Everglade
them from Wild's Fish Tanks.
Oh.
Huge shout out to Ryan out there in Florida. I feel bad because although I mentioned on the stream that I wanted some pygmy sunfish years ago, and somebody said message Ryan. So I messaged him. He's like, I thought I'd be hearing from you. So I don't know if he was lurking. And I was like, yeah, I'm looking for some Okefenokis. And he's like, I don't have those, but I got these. And I was like, all right. And then I was lazy, and he sent them to me for free. And I was like, oh, sweet, a free unboxing video. And then I didn't do it because, I'm sure I had some stupid reason. So I couldn't even give him a shout out.
When
so
was this? It was a long time ago.
I think it's stupid. I can tell you that too because I still have the chat up.
Every reptile in here is so warm right now that they are all on, they're just going crazy.
August of 2022.
I'd buy button quail. Well, these are Caturnix quail, but
Button quail are amazing
darling
too.
Little
I had those
things.
as kids.
So tiny.
I'll have Okies soon.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Yeah, these ones are pretty. They're not as blue, but it's got the blue speckles. So when he's fired up.
Oh, Jennifer, watching 5 baby Tapajos grow up. It is exciting. Patience is a virtue with Geophagus, man. That is probably one of the only areas in my life where I've had any patience is watching my Geophagus grow out. So, good on you. They will look gorgeous at one point. Nice group of 5. That's good.
We also posted an update to the fish room. If you haven't seen that video, it got released yesterday, so check that out
It's a work in progress.
after the stream. I think some of the tanks are looking mighty good, thanks to somebody that's not me. I was fired as president of Steenfott Aquatics and replaced.
How does that? Well, you're replaced by another Steenfott, so I guess it's okay.
Yep.
The name doesn't have to change.
I got the old notice from the board of directors. I was forced out.
This is the board.
So now we got someone that knows what they're doing in charge, and things are starting to look better in here.
I really enjoy doing it, so it's nice of him to let me do it because I love doing it. It's very cathartic for me. It's a happy thing, but it's a lot of work. We've been doing a lot. We obviously put ourselves in this position, and we know
Not
that
having water easily available is very difficult.
I made a joke as we were working today. I was like, man, I used to change my tank water like this because we were hauling some buckets around doing some stuff, and I thought, this is for the birds, dude. Oh, Andrew with the $20 super chat. Thanks, sir.
buddy.
That's really nice.
One of our
Back
top
to work you
commenters, I think,
Seriously,
was our
Andrew.
top commenter last month.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. I always notice it, that you always, even if it's just a thumbs up or something, I really notice, and it's appreciated for sure.
Hostile takeover, yeah. I mean, it took me quite a few months to relinquish control. I'm not gonna lie. Finally, I was like, screw it.
He's not doing anything. It's just I come in here and I get like on a roll. You know what I mean? I get in the zone.
The problem is I don't really care because I'm more interested in breeding So if you've seen my black Schultzi tank, you can't even see in it. There's so much algae and
effective.
mess. Yeah. But we pull hundreds of eggs whenever we want, like literally whenever we want.
There is a place for all kinds of tanks and everything like that. It serves a purpose for sure.
And this hobby is not linear, so there will be a time when I care about planet tanks again. It's just not right now.
And to be fair, I don't care as much about plants or scape as I do making it look conducive to what I think these animals would like in the wild and what would serve them well in our tanks to give them cover, to make it so that we don't have algae blooms constantly, enough plants so that the balance is there. And so I don't care about neat, clean. Like, I personally am not a fan of super aquascaped tanks, and I know I've said that before.
They look too fake.
And more power to people that love that, because I know there's people that put time and effort into that and like the CO2 and everything, but for me, it is all about the animals, and the plants and everything else comes second. I think they go hand in hand, but the animals are always going to be number one for me. Always. All the time.
And on that note, I do want to highlight a couple fish here. What was the one from... it was ones we talked about last week right here.
Oh, Sunacretalabrius.
This is... we're going to show off some cool fish here. If I can figure out where that went. There it is. Can I play this video here? Yep.
Okay, this is a type of dwarf Egyptian mouth brooder. Check.
These are fry, so not much point watching that. But here, we talked about these last week in our talk, except it was the Nicole side. These are the Ruhaha. They're a mouth brooding cichlid.
Love mouth brooders.
And they're incredibly beautiful.
I love mouth brooders.
If you can just tell by this little thumbnail here.
They remind me kind of Thomasai.
These are not easy fish to get a hold of. They're only $19.99.
Bad deal, man.
Yeah.
Bad deal. Yeah, Sadie swung the board over to my side. That's what happened.
See you, Whip. Family Thursday on Mondays is starting. I'll catch the replay. Y'all be swell or swole.
Y'all be swole.
And then also your favorite fish, Bolivian rams. If you're gonna get Bolivian rams, get them from Dan.
Please do. $14.99 for a Dan's fish. You know that's a good deal. So plus Bolivian rams are worth $14.99. Period.
Way better than German rams.
And there are, like, I've had good batches and bad batches, to be fair, of Bolivian rams. Like, I've gotten some that lacked a lot of color and didn't look like
Not
much.
from Dan, to be fair.
And that's why I was going to say, I think that it's a little bit lower of a price point other places, not by much, but still with Dan's, you're, like, guaranteed to get a beautiful fish, so...
And then the wet spot got some really neat fish in, although someone's coffee mug is in the way, so I can't see the screen. We talked about these last week's, folks. $17.99 for one of the best dwarf cichlids.
And we were having this discussion. They are real Parylus too. Like, a lot of times they're labeled as such and they don't turn out to be, but I would trust the wet spot with this one.
Zachary says Blueberry Tetras came in beautiful, amazing health from Dan's, and same story with the pair of redneck gold pistos. Nice. McMaster Eye. Whew, from the wet spot, couldn't be happier. I'm telling you, like $18 for a fish out of the Congo is ridiculous.
Aquatic moose.
For the people that were here last week, you'll know how difficult it is to get fish out of there. And man, if I had some extra fundage right now,
$17.99 stupid. Like, that's a stupid deal.
There was a couple more. The flag, guys, I know this is a staple.
No, but it's a great fish.
It is such a fun.
Latacara are so underrated.
They have so much personality.
They do, and they're the perfect size. They're
like cannot go wrong.
A pint-sized little submarine. I don't know. They're so cute. I love them. It's still not a bad price for Bolivian rams, Curtis. No, it's not. It's a good price, especially from Dan. And it's a good price.
A lot of people either love or hate this one, but this is also an excellent little dwarf cichlid.
I like it.
I've had good luck keeping them alive, but no luck spawning them. So, just
ignore all those stupid discus. No offense, everybody.
And then there is if you guys haven't seen the hinge mouth, there's a really cool eel too. Just FYI.
Orange Bastus Symbellus liberiensis.
Yep. If you're an eel person. But where did it go? The hinge mouth here.
They are so cool.
If you've never, it's just a brown fish. Well, it's got a little color, but...
and Sorghii, guys.
Search Google here. We'll go to videos.
They are ridiculous looking. Look at them. Oh my god.
Like, could you
I
have...
love a weirdo fish like that so much.
You can see why they're called hinge mouths. They have, like, elephant trunks that come out.
They do. They're so cool. See, tell me brown fish ain't cool, huh? Look at these brown fish. Look at those turds.
Look at that. And they're not hard to keep.
Look at how cool. Yeah, to me, worth the price of admission just to watch them do that.
Whose channel is this?
I don't know, but I like it.
Oh, it doesn't even say.
David Cortez.
David Cortez. Shout out to David Cortez.
Thank you, sir. Cool video.
Yeah.
Sweet
Thank you
video,
for
bro.
letting me steal your content.
I have no more room in my 75-gallon aquarium. Well, that happens. It's funny how quick you can fill up a 75-gallon, huh? I've done it many times.
I don't know. You can't say that's not cool.
It is very cool. I would never say that wasn't cool. And no one else better say it either. It does have a nice hit of red on the front. Like, it's got some color. But brown fish are cool by me.
I think, if I remember correctly, they get 4 inches-ish. I mean, this is an adult right here.
Perfect everything.
I could be completely wrong, but
They're
I'm
like
pretty
12
sure.
inches.
Yeah. 18 feet.
Yeah. Giant.
River monsters.
Arapaima size. That would be cool to see that Arapaima size, though.
I don't know. Just
The wet spot needs to fix all the images coming soon. Well, stay tuned, Jennifer, because they did hire a new photographer for their fish, so I'm sure they will be filling those up as quickly as they can.
fish are also extremely hard
Very
to take
hard.
photos of.
Yeah, and
What
the
was
wet
it, the,
spot has really good pictures.
Was it the Atticetta they got here, or
Bimaculata?
Bimaculata.
There it is, Ivanacara bimaculata, a gorgeous fish to keep. Very rewarding. I have never kept them personally, but I have kept Atticetta, and they're very similar. I have heard these are very difficult to spawn. I know some people have a lot of luck, but I know a lot of people that have had no luck. So
You might be thinking $60. What? That's actually a very good deal.
it is a good price. Both the
And I'm
Atticetta.
pretty sure, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure these are captive bred right here in Washington.
Yeah, I think so. I would assume so. They're great fish. That don't be put off by the price tag on any type of Ivanacara, like the Bimaculata or the Atticetta. I remember my Atticetta, my first one, was the most money I'd ever spent on a fish at that point. It was $50. And I thought, God, that's a lot. And then I remember after I had him for like a week, I thought I would have paid twice that much for this fish. They're really, really enjoyable fish to keep, and they're beautiful. The most beautiful cichlid, one of them, in my opinion. So there.
And also, don't forget to hit the like. If you dislike it, hit the dislike as well. I don't care. Just as long as you do one.
Just engage, folks.
Oh, they changed it. Minimum order of $50 or more to qualify for shipping. $60 flat rate overnight shipping cost no matter how many fish. That's smart. There's nothing worse than someone buying a $5 fish and then having to ship it out.
Yeah, that's annoying as hell. Hey, Xanadu.
Hey ho, fishy friends.
Yes, their last photographer sadly passed away, so they did not have anybody photographing their fish for a good chunk of time there, and only recently have they found someone. And from the photos we've seen, I think they're doing a great job. It's probably just going to take time.
They're such good photos. The other nice thing is that they sent me an email saying if you need videos of anything, we can do that now because we got a new photographer.
Yeah, super helpful. Again, it is not easy to photograph fish.
The only thing I don't like about Moonlight, again, is that new fish. You can't sort by new.
He is real upset about that no new fish button.
I am.
And we've all got
Next
our
time we
stuff,
go,
right?
I'm going to talk to him about it. Like, this is Shopify, and I couldn't find a way when I had Shopify to do it, to sort it that way. So I don't really,
Is that a Cosina?
I don't really blame them. I cut them some slack, but
Go down.
what are you looking for?
No, they're Appy. I always get those confused with the Cosina. They look so similar.
Yeah, these are really cool.
Yeah, they are. Those are what we saw when we were there last time. They are a little more outgoing than the Cosina.
Super duper red.
Yeah, very pretty fish.
Steven gifting 10 memberships.
Thank you, dude.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, and I started to say it and then I stopped, so thank you.
Lee, most Lee.
That's funny.
Noel, Jacob, Nathaniel, Hip Hop Hillbilly, Caleb, Denise, Alphonse, and Tato Bean.
Tato Bean.
Was that 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it sure was. Thank you. It's a good way to
Get
start
videos
off.
of all the hill streams. Yeah.
Good way to start off the month. Appy, you're on my wish list. You're probably not going to find a cheaper. Well, maybe. I hate to
You
say
might,
that,
but I doubt it. You probably would find a similar price, like maybe $15.99, $16, like $25. It can go up or down either way.
Can't go wrong with black tiger
For
bass.
$9? No, you cannot. Especially for that cheap.
Anyways, that's well, let's check what's on sale while we're here.
Ooh, sold out. They better be sold out. I'd be so angry if those were still in stock for $14.99 a piece. That's ridiculous.
Albino king. I don't like
guys,
albino fish, but
no, albinos are stupid.
king tigers are cool.
However, go get those red-tailed penguins because that's a good price, and he hates them. So go buy them. Go buy them and get them out of there.
And the sunsets are still on sale.
Full
Okay,
box.
what else do we got going on here?
I don't
Where
know.
is my
Yeah, the hinge mouse are
B-roll?
sweet, huh,
There we
Tyler?
go.
Sweet. I really like them too.
Need
I
one or
like
more of
weird
those hinge
fish.
house. Yeah,
Yeah, they're really cool. I wonder, do you know if they're group? Are they like group oriented or?
yeah. You saw them. They can definitely be in groups.
Oh. I meant like, do they need to be in groups? I don't know. We'd have to look more into that. I think.
Oh, I'm just broke. I just bought the
Persephone.
Persephone.
Nice. That's okay. You got a cool betta.
Get videos of the hill streams. Just email me if there's specific ones you want.
Oh, Robert, good question, because I do. Yeah, I do have experience with levamisole, and I actually was dosing levamisole back before there was a easy aquarium version that you could buy that told you how to dose it. So I actually had to buy like livestock dewormer.
Oh, that's our other news.
And I looked like a crazy like druggy person. I was like cutting it because I was trying to measure it, and gram by gram you could kill the whole tank. So basically, I had camelina worms in my 75-gallon tank, and almost all the fish in the tank got it. You don't notice camelina for a long time because by the time you do notice when they're showing themselves, the fish is generally starting to suffer. So I didn't see it for a while. By the time I caught it, I treated with levamisole. Every worm was eradicated and dead within a week. I had tried a lot of things before the levamisole because I was really hesitant to try and dose that without somebody like an aquarium, like a medication like erythromycin or something that you can buy. Like it just was so scary. And now, of course, a couple years after that, they came out with what's it called? Not Paracleanse, help me here. The other one. Like it's levamisole basically, and
sorry, I'm not paying attention.
no, it's Fritz. It's levamisole. I can't remember what the hell the name of it is, but it's great that they have that as an option. But levamisole is very effective. I would recommend it if you have camelina or something else that you can't get rid of, some type of parasite similar to, because the camelina are real stubborn. I don't know what you're dealing with right now, but it is very effective on those. You just have to be careful. What is the name of that stuff? I gotta hold on a second. Now I have to look it up because it's gonna bother me.
Does the co-op sell it?
They may. I would feel like they should.
Their store expansion opened this weekend for anyone who's local. The grand opening of the expansion store. 3 times.
Very happy for Corey about that.
Bigger.
Expel P. God. Fritz Expel P. That's what it's called. That is levamisole. So now you can just buy that. And it's a lot easier, let me tell you.
There it is right there.
Yep. There it is. It's good stuff. I've used that also.
Slime out.
So I've used real levamisole livestock version that it was not
look at
dosed
that.
correctly, and the what?
This was you can't buy this on Amazon anymore, but they still have it. That's interesting.
Regular methylene without any.
From Cordon, yeah.
Yep. So if you need to use levamisole, it's very effective.
Wait, I want to see.
Hi, girl. Hi. What's up?
Come on. Where'd that video go? Oh, here it is.
Little hungry hippo. Hi. Hi, babe. Hi, babe.
I've not yet watched this yet.
I watched it. It's crazy how much bigger it is. It's like bizarre.
I wish we could have went, but we did not want to expose our newborn to that many people.
Yeah.
Not good.
Plus, I'll be honest, me and like I don't like super crowded stuff. I get really.
We're waiting to be invited for a private tour.
Yeah, we're bougie as hell. We just have to wait behind the scenes. Although I think it would be better behind the scenes anyways, just to be able to see things a little more.
Yeah, I hate filming when they're open. It's so awkward.
There's always people right in the way, and they look at you, and it's weird. So.
Yeah, look at all the hardscape they have now.
Yeah, they have I saw that a lot of hardscape.
All right. I'll have to watch that later. Be careful with Expel P. It will mess with your kidney. Well, I'm not going to take it myself. Although I have taken methylene blue myself.
The Expel P I've used, and it worked really well for me. Just follow the instructions.
Always follow the instructions, folks.
Yeah, that is very important when you're dosing medication.
Jody, you're going to turn into a hill stream.
There are worse things you can be.
Somebody is going to be on Jody's live stream this Friday.
Oh, I was like, who? What an idiot. Me. Yeah. Yes.
But I think it's
and
on
Emily,
Nancy's channel,
Jody,
right?
It's on Emily's channel.
So it's on Bougie Fish, who I don't know if she is here.
She is. I saw her. I'm pretty sure she was up further, though.
Bougie.
So Emily and Jody have a live stream now that they do on Fridays. I believe it is 5 p.m. Central, and then, so where we are, it's 3 p.m. on the East Coast. I don't live on the East Coast.
No, you don't.
I live on the West Coast, and I have my whole life.
Thank heavens.
Yeah, I know. That would have been a real pain in the butt. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's going to be great. Oh, there we go. There you go.
There's Bougie
Thank you so
Bish.
much, Emily.
Free this Friday, 5 Central. Support hot chicks in the hobby.
When
Chelsea's joining Planted and Enchanted with Jody P and me for a power hour of fishy fun this Friday. Don't miss out. It's gonna be a party.
Yep. I'm very curious to see if I'm actually helpful or provide any real entertainment for anybody, because I always think, like, who wants to hear me talk? Come on now.
I didn't get invited.
Nobody wants it. Actually, I'm very tone deaf.
But
I didn't realize that the invite was just for me.
I know she was telling me. I'm like, no, that's just for you. That's not for us. Like,
I'm like, no, but and I read it, and he's like, no, that's just you. I'm like, oh, I just so like don't ever think that anybody would want to hear what I have to say. No, I know that's.
Well,
I shouldn't be that self-deprecating.
Last time I checked, I'm not a hot chick, so I'm okay with that.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it'll be a good time.
Jody, I will say though, I hope you get your microphone fixed.
Yeah, did you figure out what was going on with that? I was going to ask about that if you ever figured it out, because I know it can be a real pain in the butt getting sound right. We, obviously have our issues.
We deal with it. We had issues before this stream. That's why we were late.
Yeah.
Every single week, there's something.
There's always something. Always something.
One of these days, I will have a dedicated computer that is just for streaming. I don't have to, because I set up the camera and everything and take it all down, and it's just, I don't know, it's a pain. Something always doesn't work.
Always.
But someday.
No problem. I'm the guy who's got the fish who flashed for a year now, but not dying. I've tried General Cure, Copper Safe, Salt, Maricin. Oh, never Maricin too, but fenbendazole, considering levamisole. Have you seen anything coming out of their anus? Like, have you noticed any worms? Because that very well, I know, I love saying that word. It very well could be camellinus worms, which I love that they work anus into the name of those worms, by the way. They're just awful, though. What they look like?
Flashing usually something external? Usually.
However, they can flash when they have. It's basically a last-ditch effort of them going, what is on me? What is getting, like, what is eating everything on me? Because that's what those camellinus worms do.
Maybe they just have dry scales and they're itchy.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I would be, if you tried something recently, maybe give it a minute before you put them through another round of treatment with something. I would give them some recovery time. Are they still eating? Like, are they?
By the way, Bougie, thank you for the
yes,
$20.
I said thank you, but thank you from him too. Looking forward to Friday. It's going to be a good time. Mazel, mazel, good things.
Muzzle, muzzle.
God, we should watch that. That's always a good one.
What's that, Dick and Jane?
No, that's Long Came Polly.
Oh.
White chocolate.
You are for scuba?
Let it rain.
Hey, as long as you are for scuba.
Rain dance. I'm just kidding, Sasquatch. Douchebags, bring your A game. I've walked into so many situations and said
Let's,
that. What are we doing?
Go to channel.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Link this in chat.
Somebody is hungry.
Put it on your calendar.
Mark it down, y'all.
Friday.
Don't miss it. Because she is on a roll in there. If it doesn't work, Jody, I'm blaming your internet. Well, we can easily always blame the internet because usually it sucks. So,
And be sure to go subscribe, too.
Yeah.
There's 86 people here, so she should get at least 75 subscribers.
At least. Bare min. You guys all better do it right now. Yeah, still eat, but the tiger barbs only really go for frozen. That's not surprising.
If it's been doing it for a year, I probably wouldn't even be worried about it anymore.
Yeah, I feel like at that point, it could just be what species is flashing, like all of them. Because sometimes fish just flash.
If it's just one fish, then
yeah, it could just be an isolated thing. If you notice them being like they're emaciated or they're not gaining weight, they're not eating, that would be a really clear indicator of an internal parasite. But yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. I hope you figure it out. I wish I could be more helpful. I just know that levamisole worked for my camellianus worms. That's all I can really vouch for.
Jennifer says, "Bougie, I'm sorry, didn't know you had a channel."
Oh, she's got a channel.
Well, that's what we're here
Yeah.
for.
Yeah, now you know. The more you know, right?
Chelsea, you are the coolest.
I know, I saw that. That was funny. I'll take it. Thank you. I hope that I can impart some type of something. I don't know what, but something.
Curtis says, nobody ever gets it when I say, douchebags, bring your A
Hike
game.
walking and I just go, douchebags, bring your A game? No. No one. Says no one. I sharted. Tried to fart, a little shit came out, I sharted. That's where that came from.
My tetras are chubby, not feeding fish tomorrow in the 75. Yeah, I usually like to give a day of fasting. Usually, usually it's Sunday, like one day a week I don't feed anything.
I probably do. I probably go in and do it.
I know.
I'm one of those, I am like a child to a degree where if I know it's not going to cause issues, I always feed the fish. It's just, I love feeding the fish.
I mean, it is one of the best parts.
It is. Check out, wait, what? Lush and Salty Aquarium said what? Said what?
Huh?
Again, check out
Select
Select
Aquatics for
oh.
levamisole.
Do they have it, like, I don't know if they have their own version. I know Expel P, it's dosed for you, which is really helpful.
They all do. Even my Sunshine Pleco. That's not good.
That's weird.
I would say if your Pleco is doing it, it's probably not external. So
I feel like you've got
I'll take that back.
Yeah. Levamisole would probably be a last-ditch effort, but if nothing else is working and you're having that, you don't want to contaminate my friend Tosa. Yeah, no, you don't want to do that. Definitely don't put anything else in that tank or, cross-use any equipment or anything. Make sure, I'm sure you're already doing that, but
we're only at 44 likes. We need to get that up, folks.
that's lame. There's 80 of you here and only half of you like this. What the hell are you doing here?
6 people just left at once. Boom. Gone.
Bye. No, please don't leave. Don't leave. Don't go.
I say it at golf a lot. Oh, I wish I could golf.
Golfing's fun.
It's so expensive
Golfing
now.
it is freaking. Snowboarding and golfing have become so expensive, or skiing, whatever, just winter sports have become so expensive over the last 10 years. It's insane to me. We used to ski all the time growing up, and I think about it now and how much it costs to go one time to go ski. It's insanity.
When I snowboarded, you could do go at night for the night pass, and it was $5 or $10. And now it's $150.
It's if you have a family of 4 and you want to go take your kids skiing for the day, it's going to cost you $1,000 for everything. You know what I mean? For the passes, for the equipment, if you don't own it, for everything. It's just, it's not feasible for anybody.
Should you dose Expel P preventatively? I'm not a fan of preventatively treating stuff. But I would like to say, we just got some likes and 10 people just joined. So the likes do send out notifications.
I'm going to go ahead and take a hard stance on this. Do not dose, especially Expel P, preventatively.
I'm not a fan of doing anything prophylactically.
No, I think that an Expel P, specifically because of the ingredients, that is you are targeting something specific, and you shouldn't just... And which is a good question, because, I think for a long time, the Med Trio, was kind of just do it, just to do it. And I also don't agree with that, just because you can do more damage to fish that are already weakened with that and don't have actually something wrong with them. They just need, some support.
You can also build up immunity.
Yeah. So.
I gotta say this. Cosmin says, in a world of $50 tetras, golf and snowboarding isn't that expensive. I would just like to point out, no one is forcing me to buy $50 tetras.
Word.
I can still go buy $3 tetras.
Yes.
I could not go play golf for $3.
Even going to the driving range is expensive now.
It used to be $5 to go to the driving range.
I love the driving range. That is one of the most fun places.
And the thing is, you can still spend $3 on tetras and get some really cool ones.
You can get dupes for a lot of these $50 tetras, and I hate to use that word, but I don't know what else to say. You know what I mean? It is, a lot of them are dupes. I think about the I'm gonna ruin this one. Oh, never mind. When I think of it, I'll say it. But there's one in particular. There's a tetra that I'm like, why would you? Oh, shit. I'm not. I'll get back to it. But yeah.
This is my dupe right here.
There we go. Let him do it.
$80 for an Aquarius or $15 for a Venezuelan that looks.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, I think the Venezuelan looks better.
Arguably, I was going to say the Venezuelan looks better. It has more color.
This is a better looking fish than this one.
I
just do.
Yeah. $79.99 versus
And that's
$15.
a fair price for Aquarius.
Yeah.
Like,
that's the.
I can't even balk at that.
Gee, that's a good word. I said that's a good word, balk.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done. What have you not done? I haven't done Levamisol here, but if I did, it would be Greg Sage Levamisol. Everybody I think has their. I had literally bought one that said for livestock, and it came in this big ass packet, and I was like, oh god, I'm gonna kill all my fish, but I didn't. It was fine.
Steven says golf is free if you're intimidating enough. I will say, here's part of the problem. I worked at a golf course for many years, and when you work at a golf course, you golf anywhere for free. It's kind of an unwritten rule of the golf course. You just have to call up and say, I work here. And, so there's a golf pro that works at every golf course, right? You have your golf pro call up the other golf pro at the other golf course and be like, I have a team of 5 employees coming.
Your pro call my
or
pro. 4
people coming or whatever, and that you get on for free.
My grandpa was...
And so when I played for free for so many years, it's hard to now pay like $60 for a round.
Matt... Thank you, sir.
Watching later, but paying for free entertainment now. Thank you so much, buddy. I hope you're doing well.
I saw your shot in front of the Capitol, and I thought that was pretty cool.
I saw your shot on the boat, and I'm so jealous.
Yeah, that was cool,
When we move there and you need an assistant, I'm putting in my application.
And I have a lot of respect for SAC PD in particular of all the agencies in the area because SAC PD puts up with so much shit, and they're just still they're very nice people. Every PD I ever encountered was they're good people.
I would like to point out that we just, in this one stream, we passed all of last month's total in Super Chats.
Thank you, guys. That was very kind of you.
There was a comment I wanted to see here. Oh, Mr. BCBDs. That's why you buy fish from Dan's Fish. It sucks having a tank full of sick fish.
It does. Nothing worse. It is very overwhelming when it starts spreading. You know what I mean? If you have one tank that maybe has a small issue, but when you have a lot of sick fish, that can be a real bummer. Okay, dinner is ordered. I'm back. Guess what I get to have tonight for dinner, guys? Guess what? Now I don't want it. God, I hate when he does that. If you live far enough out, it's all the driving range. Word, dude. That's very true. I lived right by a golf course.
I did get a pack of golf wiffle balls just so I could hit golf balls around the yard.
And he'd smack the house with them.
Yeah, I was purposely trying to hit the house with them.
Oh my god, it was great. I loved it. Thought someone was trying to kill me.
If you guys go to Findig next year, there is no if, we will be.
Yeah.
The Davis Gold Club 20 minutes away was only $20 or $30 per person. Is that supposed to say golf club?
I think probably. I grew up 2 miles from Hagen Oaks.
Which is probably the bougiest.
No, it's not bougie.
Country club.
No, it's just if you live in Sacramento and you golf, you've golfed Hagen Oaks. It's like, and that's because that's where the driving range is. So it's pretty much the only course it's in like the Arden area, and I used to love going there to hit balls. It was so enjoyable, and it was cheap. It was the cheap thing you could do, go hit balls at the driving range. Now I'm like, Jesus. Eeh.
We ordered from a little grill ice house place. I'm having country fried chicken.
That sounds good. I've actually, what is a country fried steak? So I really like country fried steak, and I've tried to make it I've said I want to make it for him, and I think he's on the fence about it. I don't know if
I would eat yours.
Yeah.
But
it would be good, I promise.
So I had no idea what chicken fried steak was, and I ordered it one time, and I was like, "This isn't steak."
Expected steak.
I expected steak,
it was not
and
steak.
I got chicken.
Which
chicken
steak.
Is also in the title.
It's cube steak, so it's a different texture than most steaks.
But I was like, "This is the weirdest thing."
I've been bamboozled. I'm upset. I love it.
No, I do not. Do I have experience with Aspidora's Fusco Gutatatus?
Where are you? Oh, that's a fun word.
Yeah.
I like it.
Try that one.
You did it. That's it. I wouldn't say it any different.
I've never even seen those, and I've obviously never seen them for sale either. If they are like other Aspidoras, they are extremely easy, though.
I love Aspidoras. Green Shield recently discovered penguin tetra, and they are such a beautiful schooling tetra. I've never had it on the school. Yeah, they're tight schoolers, and they are very pretty fish. I would agree with that.
They get pretty large, too.
They do get pretty large.
But if you don't have very many of them, they will nip.
Nippy little jerks. That's with like so many tetra though. Dinner here was chicken chilaquiles with tomatillo sauce.
It's all about tenderizing properly. Well, she beats the crap out of meat.
You
so.
should eat it. I sure do.
The dogs go running.
I sure do. They all stand around me when I'm cooking because I'm just smacking the hell out of everything. I can't do chicken breasts without pounding them even. I can't do any steak, like anything that needs to be tenderized.
And they know you're going to drop something 100%.
I do 100% drop things.
So she does get surrounded by the dogs.
Yeah, well, especially Arlo. He's like waiting at my side because he knows.
Will I be at Aquashella this year? No. I don't know that I'd ever go back to an Aquashella, to be honest.
Not that I've ever been, but it's not really my scene, to be honest.
Yeah, I've only been to one, so my sample size is low. And it was fun for like a half hour, and then it's just like, well, what do I do now?
I'm that person who, when I go to events like that, because for me it was usually reptile shows or other reptile-related stuff, I literally have, if there's something I want, I go straight to it, I get what I want, and I get the hell out. Like, I'm not one of those people that goes to those type of events to, like, hang out.
And, like, you're not going to get anything. So I'd rather go, like, a Findig where they have rare fish and they have an auction.
Dude, this year, Findig's rare fish auction was really strong. Like, they had some really great fish. I was so bummed we didn't get to go this year. So hopefully next year it maintains that level of cool stuff because I would have been happy with so many things that they had available. Lots of cool fish. Very, very cool fish.
Yeah, I would. Aquashella is a trade show.
Yeah,
and that doesn't really interest me.
No, Findig is my kind of thing. I just,
I would much rather travel. If I'm traveling, I'd much rather go to club meetings. Like even if it's not Findig, like I'll just go to a club meeting somewhere. Went one of the weekends we were in Portland. They had their meeting, and so
Lee was giving his talk on Geophagus.
We went to that.
It was great. I was actually so happy that we were able to go to that, and then we got to hang out and have dinner with him later. And we got to talk about fish and talk about stuff, and that was really enjoyable. The more intimate types of situations where you're able to actually speak to people and learn things that maybe you don't already know. And it's not to say that I know everything because I do not, but I know enough that those type of shows just do nothing for me.
Is there nothing really to do there? I thought people might be selling a lot of fish. No. There are some fish vendors like Flip Aquatics, Jadrin Aquatics, but it's guppies and shrimp. I think there was someone selling discus, and then
whoops.
It's more of a trade show. If you've ever been to a trade show, it's manufacturers setting up booths.
They're trying to sell product. They're trying to...
And you can't even buy the product there most of the time. It's just,
but they're still trying to sell it.
They're advertising their product.
Exactly.
And as far as, is there stuff to do? Like, they have, like... I don't know. You'd probably have to talk to someone who's been more... When I was there, it just seemed very unprofessional. Like, they had the escape off, and the person one of the contestants that was doing the escape off didn't even know. And so he was like, I can't do that. I'm running a booth. And so they just had to grab a random person...
That's interesting.
The talks when I was there were out of order because, again, they just assumed people were going to give a talk, I guess. I don't know. And so, like, Dean was scheduled at, like, 2, but he had to go at, like, 11 because there was no one. And it was very...
amateur hour.
Poorly put together. And I don't know. I get it from what I hear, I feel like a lot of the Aquashellas are that way, so...
Valley Lee Outdoors. If you only had one room for a fish room in the bedroom you share with your non-fish keeping wife, how many tanks would you have, and what would this? Well, his wife doesn't care if he has fish, so this is a difficult question. I don't know. You have an answer for that?
If you only had a room for a fish room in the bedroom you share with your non-fish keeping wife, I don't know. I would maybe try to go for like one really nice tank and see if it interests her at all, which it probably doesn't. But like, who doesn't like looking at a really nice Planet tank when they're laying in bed?
Like a 75-gallon Planet.
Like, it's very peaceful.
Yeah, it is very. As long as you don't have equipment that's loud, that is something that you probably would need to keep things that you could have a sponge filter with if it's in a bedroom, and you're not trying to piss somebody off. Not everybody loves the hum of an AquaClear at 3 a.m.
Jody says, I went to Aquashella Daytona. It's like a home show for the aquarium world.
Show.
It's a trade show.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
That's what it reminds me of. Jose said, I'm not into Comic-Cons, Aquashellas, or any of that type of crowded event where you pay admission to look at stuff you can spend money on. Yeah. Yeah, you could buy all that stuff online. You could do your research online. I want to buy fish. I want to see things I don't see all the time. I want access to stuff I don't have access to regularly. And I just don't think that's an option.
In Green Shield, I'm not trying to talk you out of it. Like, there's a lot of people that have a lot of fun
that.
there.
Yeah, and if that's your thing, that's your thing. Your thing doesn't have to be our thing. Your thing can be your thing. If you're into that type of thing, then go for sure.
Green Shield, like, watch videos. There's probably a ton of YouTube videos. I don't know. It's just not my jam. And then they also sent me a message and was like, hey, we'd love to have you back at Aquashella. You were such a huge presence and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you never invited me to, like... like, do you
cool, I'll be back.
Do you even know who you're messaging? Like,
tight.
They were like...
Freaking tight.
I was like, you've never had me, so... And the one time I did ask to go, they said, your channel's not large enough.
Oh, okay.
And so...
That's so cutting your nose off to spite your face, as my mother would say. Like,
so
who cares how big the channel is?
To be fair, Green Shield, I might be a little biased. I might be.
God, if... That makes me mad, because then, like, Oliver Lucanis' channel has, like, 25,000 subscribers, and it's, like, the most informative channel.
Mm-hmm.
And yet you would not have somebody like that because they don't have enough subscribers. Like, that's so stupid.
Jody says, Green Shield, I really enjoyed it. Met a bunch of people. Saw some really cool stuff.
There you go.
Flew some fish home. I'd do it again.
There you go. I like that. See, I like to have different perspectives because there's different personalities. That's why there's more than one horse in a horse race. You got to have some diversity.
Mm-hmm.
There's reasons why these events exist because people like
them. The only fun part for me was the people. Like hanging out with John and Jason.
Seeing people in real life.
And Texas Fish Room and John again. The other John, Oliver. And then meeting people was the fun part. As far as like the booths and stuff, I mean, a lot of those people.
No booths.
I mean, the one show I went to, and they're like asking me, how do I set up a saltwater tank? I'm like, you're in charge of the booth, and then you don't even know how to set up the tank?
To be fair, I've had a lot of people like at fish stores and reptile stores ask me questions because sometimes people working things are there helping or they're, whatever. But you have to be weary of that when you're trying to glean information from these people because some people don't know what the hell they're talking about even when they're involved.
Green Shield says, the only reason I want to go is because I wanted some rare fish. You won't find it there.
Yeah.
And here's some stuff I never knew about cichlids. You probably won't hear that either.
Go tune into Oliver Lucanis' channel and you can learn some stuff about some cichlids and some
I hate to say, I'm really not trying to bash Aquashella. But
it serves a different purpose.
It is, in my opinion, it's for... And I don't know. Actually, I'm not gonna say that because I might make people mad.
You're gonna already, but it's true. I know what you're gonna say. It's true. You should just say it honestly, because it's.
No, because I don't even know that it's I don't even know that it's
true.
true.
I think it is, but I'm reading your mind right now. I was thinking about building a desk stand dresser fish rack that can hold a few nano tanks in a presentable manner and a 20-gallon long or 40 breeder with an air pump split filtering all the tanks. Here's the thing. Even I was mentioning using that type like quiet filtration, you will still hear the tanks. If your wife has an issue with noise or it could be a problem, but I do think the nano tanks would be better because obviously they can be air driven filters and you don't need any hang on backs or anything in most situations. And that would look really nice in a bedroom. You could get like a really sleek shelf and keep a small, 10 to 12 gallon tank on each one, or even a 40 breeder if you're so inclined. But hopefully, I don't know if your wife likes animals at all, but if she even, is on the verge of it, I feel like a lot of people, once they experience fish in their house, it could sway them. You could win this one. You never know.
I wouldn't fly to Aquashella, but it's just a 45-minute drive for me.
Yeah, maybe it'd be different if it was drivable.
Yeah,
maybe.
I mean that's also it's like $2,000 for me to go to an Aquashella.
Yeah, what
it's
the hell?
Totally not worth it.
I'm really looking forward to I'm stoked that we'll be in Sacramento and then be able to go to Findig. You know what I mean? Then it's like, it literally would be like anywhere that we live in Sacramento, it'd be 20 minutes away at the most. So,
Jose brings up a good point. Says not sure exactly how ethical it is for people making spontaneous purchases, but at least at a reptile expos, it looks like there's a lot of actual reptiles to buy. Mm-hmm. Reptile expos are different because you can buy reptiles there. You
actually can get much better. Like my tegu, right? She was $150. Not that she'd be crazy expensive, but $250 to $400 is normal for most tegus. So I got a really good deal from a breeder who's actually from Washington, and they also have a lot of stuff you don't see in regular pet stores. And what you can get a great deal on at reptile shows are tanks and terrariums. A lot of times they will sell those for a deep discount at shows, which is really nice because that is a very expensive part of the hobby, tanks.
Steven says, yeah, I went to a reptile convention last year. Very different vibe. You could buy everything
totally
you need
different.
plus the animal.
Absolutely.
And stuff is actually cheaper.
Yes.
When I go to these fish trade shows, there's sure, on Sunday at 6 o'clock when everyone's breaking down their booths, you can get stuff really cheap. But that seems about it.
If you're Green Shield here, let me just. If you're going to buy rare fish, probably don't do that. If you're going to just take in the experience, meet people, and talk to people and whatever, then go. But if you're looking for rare fish, I would say be careful.
Again, the best thing I could say is watch YouTube videos. See if it's your jam or not.
Yeah.
There's
plenty of people do videos.
Every aquashella is almost exactly the same, except they've been getting worse over time.
It's unfortunate.
So don't watch ones from like 4 years ago because those were really hyped up.
And Jody, I appreciate your perspective because again, there are more people and personalities in the world, and some people really enjoy that, and it is absolutely worth it, which is fine. Was that the reptile show in Puyallup? Wait, was what the reptile show in Puyallup?
No, we haven't been to that one. We've been to the smaller one.
Oh yeah.
In Monroe.
Yeah, it was not good.
But I think there's one coming up in Puyallup soon.
There is. That's what we were just talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, I used
it's
to
not
go
what
to,
I was talking about, but they're asking about it.
I used to go to the Roseville and Sacramento reptile shows, and those were great. I went to Lodi too. Even Lodi's was tiny, but it was good.
Lisa the Wolf says I would much rather go to the Clash because again I know there's going to be better speakers.
The Clash sounds like a good time to me.
And rare fish.
Yeah.
Any insight into why Jason Cichlid is shutting down his fish room? He was a small channel with very informative content. I don't know who that is.
Jason Cichlids. I've heard of. I feel like I've seen a video from, but I couldn't.
I know a Jason that keeps cichlids, but I'm sure it's.
The driftwood at the reptile convention was cheaper than aquarium convention. Same stuff like Malaysian. Okay, Steven, there's this one dude, this older gentleman who goes to all of the shows in California, and I'm sure he goes everywhere else too. He has every type of wood, seed pod, leaf, just immense. It runs deep, dude. He's got everything, and it is dirt cheap. I had to say something to him. I was like, "Are you really selling this stuff this cheap?" He's like, "Yeah, I want people to be able to get it, like, and it doesn't cost me that much." It just goes to show you how much it's marked up when he could sell it for as cheap as he was selling it and still make money, because he still made money.
So the last video of Jason's cichlids is shutting down the fish room. Maybe that video would say why. I don't know.
And it actually,
probably
and it
not
wasn't
if it's
just
personal,
a clickbait either, because it's been 3 months and nothing else.
I
so.
do like that.
Oh, God.
He's got all Tanganyikans. It looks like every video is
Yeah.
Tanganyikan, which is the good African cichlid.
I don't love that, but
You like Tanganyikan cichlids. Don't act like you don't.
they're all right. I like the eels. That's for sure. I do like
You like the shell dwellers.
Yes, I like them. I like the shell
You like some of the
dwellers.
Julies. So don't act like you don't
I
like
do
them.
like some of the Julies. They do remind me of cribs. Yeah, whatever. They're all right. They're okay.
I'm not a huge crowd person, but there is enough going on.
I just get mad in crowds. Shocker. Whip's not here to say that's surprising. So yeah, I'm sure everyone's shocked. I just don't touch me. Like, don't be all up on, like, the reptile shows in Sacramento. You're literally like, people are like that on you.
That's how the Puyallup show is. It's
get away
awful.
from me, please. I don't want to breathe the same air.
It used to be really fun because at Puyallup, it's a big fairgrounds, and they would have the reptile show and the gun show on the same weekend, so you could bust them both out, and that was a fun all-day event. But now they're not on the same weekend.
I used to love to go to gun shows and get weapons because they had all kinds of like throwing stars and like all the cool stuff. Pocket knives.
Zen says, I'm even going to the Clash. That should say something.
The Clash sounds to me like it would be enjoyable. I think I would like that.
The Reptile Expo in Silverdale is May 17th and 18th. I didn't even know there was one in Silverdale.
Want cheap wood from an old man. Yeah, it is expensive. Oh, boy, that's funny.
What's with all the Tang hate? She just hates Malawi and Victorian cichlids.
Just doesn't.
But she likes Tangs.
Yeah, they're, of all African that aren't West African, Tanganyikans are.
Thought his channel was known for the hardcore hobbyist. I guess I'm not a hardcore hobbyist.
You suck.
What do I know? There's 8,400 fish tube channels. I can't know them all.
I don't want to taste someone else's cough ever. You should see he can vouch. Whenever anybody makes a cough, a sneeze anywhere near me, I visibly become repulsed and like have to like, don't get near them. Like, don't even go over there. I can't breathe that air. Well, it's even worse now that we have a newborn because I'm like, oh my god, get away from us right now. Am I a ninja? I didn't know that.
Lone Star, San Antonio, 9 through June 9 through 15th registration. Well, that's a long. American Cichlid Association, American Killie Association, American Limebearers Association, IBC Totes. That's a joke, people. Unlike Aquashella, sponsored by Hill Country Cichlid Club.
What does that mean? And what joke is that?
Non-profit, unlike Aquashella.
It's IBC Totes.
It says IBC, which is the International Bowl something.
What is
But
that?
IBC Totes are all the totes I have outside.
Oh, are they?
Jeez.
The hell would I know that?
I thought you were a hardcore hobbyist.
No. Guys might want to reconsider having me on your channel. I don't have a lot of knowledge.
Jody says, won a raffle. Should I choose 3 CW38s, 8 black Schultzite, or 6 red lasers?
Not the red lasers.
So 3 CW38s is not enough. I would feel bad. I would go with the black Schultzite.
I think that's your best bet. Those red first of all, not to be a
Unless
dick,
you have the
but
option to purchase more CW38s.
red lasers to me are just orange. I have yet to see a red laser Corey that looked red. They all look orange to me. I have yet to be like, whoa, that's crazy. The green lasers I think are really cool. Yet I still wouldn't get them.
They're all the lasers are really shy though.
No, I would not go to Aquashell if it was at Nordstrom. I would not.
What if it was at Nordstrom's in Sacramento? Then you would go.
Do you know they closed that one? Are you doing that to mess with my brain? They closed the Nordstrom in Sacramento.
How would I know that?
Because I complain about it.
Yeah.
God.
As soon as I hear Nordstrom, my ears just turn off.
As soon as I hear Nordstrom, you say Nordstrom's to drive me crazy.
What?
Exactly. My introvert personality makes me order everything I possibly can online, actually going to a place in person. Yeah, I have no problem interacting with people. I can put on my like nice face and be, whatever, but I prefer not to. Like I would rather, unless it's people that I'd love to meet you guys, you know what I mean? If we could all just hang out and trade cool fish and
That's what I want. That's why I'm like, let's all go to Vegas. It costs Vegas is so dead right now. All you have to do is call and you get hotel rooms comped. Free hotel rooms right now.
We would stay with my family if we went there because I have a lot of family in Vegas.
I'd still stay at a hotel for free.
My aunt's house is a hotel. Like, it is.
Vegas is dying. It's so everything is insanely
crazy.
cheap right now. International Beta Congress.
Oh, there you go. This is me being social. I have social anxiety if I leave the house. Well, then, yeah. See, I am fortunate that I do not have that. Like, I know that is a real thing, and I feel for people that experience that because I could imagine that'd be very daunting. I just don't want to deal with it because I get irritated so easily with people doing stupid stuff. Because everybody in large crowds, there's someone doing stupid stuff. It's a stupid superstition. Congress, there we go. I knew something.
Anyone gonna get that
No,
quote?
Yeah, it's a stupid superstition, Steven.
Stupid.
Stupid superstition. It's superstition. What did I say?
Someone doesn't get that. I'm gonna be very.
I'm gonna be upset. George is getting upset.
CW. Now he just gave it away. CW38s are the coolest looking. So if you can get extras.
Yeah, sometimes that's a good way to get started and then purchase some more for sure. For show. I would choose the Corys that make you go, aw, the most. Yeah, that's a good piece of advice.
Aww.
That's Aspidorus for me. Like, that is for sure the ones I look at and go, oh, you're so cute. So cute. Yeah, Steenfott fish show at the spear. Yep. Stay tuned for that. I just want, like, it just would be so great to have a bunch of homies, like, that all have cool fish and everybody doesn't want to charge people out the ass for them and just pass cool fish around. Like, that's what I want. 1 acre of mud versus 3 dogs. They all got good out of the rain. That's fun. I have agoraphobia too, but I'm trying to make it even though I'm broke. If you're going to step out of your comfort zone, I guess something fish related, you know?
Hey, Caitlin, good to see you.
Hello, friend. I deal with hundreds of people at work. I bet, Nancy, I'd punch somebody in the face. That's why I didn't work with the general public. I can't. I don't have the tolerance level for it. And I'm very respectful of people that can handle it. I try and be very nice when I'm out and dealing in like with retail, I try and be very polite because I feel for those people and all the BS
Green
they
Shield,
put up with.
I think that's an excellent choice. Says, thank you for all the information, and I appreciate y'all's insight. I think I'm going to go to the Lone Star Carrots Convention instead. It will actually have cool, rare fish
Good call.
and informed keepers.
That's what I would do if it were me. The awe factor for me is Corridor's Lord Twensis.
Mm-hmm.
We were just looking at those.
They have the super high dorsal fin.
Rolling with the homies. I know what that's
Rolling
from.
with the homies.
Yep.
Is that the movie with the blonde girl? Alicia Silverstone?
Clueless.
What is it? Clueless, okay.
Yeah. That was like my favorite movie in 4th grade.
What fish is that on the screen? Right now it's a bumblebee goby, but it probably wasn't when you asked that.
Tuna. Yeah. We've got a delay.
We are on a delay in case she swears so bad I have to beep her.
Okay.
I got the button right here.
I'm the problem. It's me. I don't have tolerance for adults or older youth, so that's why I work with kids. I have tolerance for no one.
See, I like retail. I was thinking, like, for funsies, I want to be a car salesman.
Oh, Jesus.
I think that would be fun. Cars are fun.
Car salesmen hate to see me come in. Your balls are showing. Yeah.
Bumblebee tuna.
Okay. That was a good one, Jody. Your balls are showing. Oh, that one got me. I like it. It was the one before the bumblebee.
What do y'all
remember.
think about the Panagara? Everyone here loves Panagara.
If you don't like Pandagara, get the hell out. All right, no, don't really stay. But why wouldn't you like Pandagara? They're the cutest things ever. And when they get little spinning matches with each other mid-water, nothing better than that.
Mary says, my fancy tail goldfish is looking like a baseball. She is pooping, eats like no tomorrow, swims, no fin clamping. Any idea? I mean, that's how fancy goldfish are supposed to look.
What type of fancy goldfish is it? Is it a Ranchu? Is it a Randa? What is it?
They all look like softballs.
Pearl scale, because it depends on these things, because sometimes I feel like pearl scale goldfish can look like they have bloat, and they don't. So I don't know. That's why I want to know what kind. I don't swear. I swear to God.
Green Shield, I don't. You'd be hard pressed to find someone that says something negative about Pandagaras.
Yeah, I never had a bad moment with any of my Pandagara, and I've kept a ton. So.
And the people that say they're aggressive, I say, are liars.
I think people mistake aggression for them tussling in mid-water.
Yeah,
They're
have
playing.
playful behavior.
They're very playful fish. That's part of why I love them.
Bob, you're too honest to be a car salesman.
I feel
well,
like
I think
that's
that
true.
would be in my favor. Like, I'm not doing it to try to get a $10,000 commission. I'm just doing it because I think it'd be fun. Like, I always enjoyed my retail job, so.
I know he says that, and that's why we're well suited for each other, because he can handle things that I cannot. So, like, my patience is like negative for the general public. I'd even get frustrated.
Which
with,
deformity? Like, type of goldfish is it?
I kept Ranchus. I had a group of 6 Ranchu that I got from 916 Aquatics. So Julie Tran, she's our trans shipper in the Sacramento area.
916, what up?
She's a very nice lady. I got a lot of them from her, and I got some from Splash. And then I grew them out and sold them back to Splash and made a nice little profit on that. So, but I grew them. They were chunks when I gave them back. Like, they were like big chunkers.
Lisa says my Pandagara is so cute and social and photobombs every photo I take of the tank.
They usually do that. They flit on in with their little. They're so cute. Their coloring's great too. There's nothing bad about a Pandagara. Nothing. I really wish I was a managing mod now so I could delete Steven's comment. What did Steven say? What did he say? Everyone here is required to like Pandagara, corridors, and rainbows. Yeah, I said
Nancy,
it.
it's okay. Corys aren't for everyone, I guess.
They better be.
Did you two to go to the co-op opening? Nope. I ended up going Sunday because I didn't want to people that much. No,
Yeah.
because we're not taking our baby around that many people. So
Plus, we shouldn't be around that many people then to go home to our baby. So it would be superfluous to have her with somebody and then we still go. You know what I mean? Plus, I feel like for us, it'll be nice to. I'd love to when we could do like a behind the scenes there. I definitely want to see it because I know how hard they worked on getting that done. So I'm very happy for Corey that it got done because it was not easy.
Yeah, I'm hoping maybe he's there after hours filming and is like, hey, you want to come hang out?
Yeah.
One of these days. That's how it used to work
Yeah, that would be nice.
before he got all big and super famous. And
We're going to go hone in on that.
1 million subscribers.
I have a random Ranchu sent to me by mistake. It's an actual golf ball sew round. Yeah, the Ranchu, they are, I will say this, the only fish that I ever had get sucked up in my python was the same Ranchu twice. Like, they're the dumbest fish on earth, but they're really cute.
Speaking of John, there he is right there. Hey, John, mentioned you earlier. He says, hey, fish family, hope everyone is doing well and staying healthy.
Yeah, buddy.
Still no follow-up on Mary for what type of goldfish?
I know. I'm waiting. I was disappointed that co-op opening was the same weekend as the Findig. I thought that was interesting that ended up happening on the same weekend. But I think that Corey has been waiting so long to get that store open. I'm glad he got it open.
Plus, are people really traveling like out of state
to go to? Yeah.
I mean,
is that a thing? Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe.
Aren't garas used as spa fish? Only the gara. Is that it, or is it gara?
Gara ruffa.
Gara ruffa.
And I have very mixed feelings on that. It's very, like, for the fish and for us as people doing that. There's a lot of cleanliness issues and just, it's very gimmicky to me. I don't love it. I don't love stuff like that. I don't like to make fish do stuff like that. I don't know. They shouldn't have to.
Caitlin says, I didn't have anyone excuse me, to pass, so it's a much better experience. Yeah, the old co-op was pretty cramped, for sure.
You can't literally if there's 5 people in there, you're struggling. So this is like, the upgrade from the old store to this store is crazy.
Mary says, Ryukin.
Oh, you have Ryukin. Yeah, Ryukins shouldn't be,
Maybe try deshelled peas?
You know, yeah.
And just
you could
throwing
do that.
Stuff out there, maybe.
You can always try a deshelled pea if you think your fish is constipated. But if they're eating and pooping a lot, I'll just tell you this: goldfish get real round and big.
Maybe just cut down.
Yeah, maybe cut out food for a few days. Give them a little bit of a fast and see if that makes a significant difference. I will say that my goldfish would never stop eating. Never. If you fed them all day long, they would eat until they exploded. So they don't have that like shut off mechanism in their brain. They just keep going. Hey, Sonny.
Bracken says, travel to the wet spot, and that's out of space. Yeah, but you can go to the wet spot and back in a day. So, I've done that a couple times.
I have never, I've been fortunate to not have to travel to like stores because I had a lot of local fish stores and reptile stores, but I don't think I would. Like, I think I would just continue ordering from the wet spot Dan's, other people I bought, Imperial, other people I bought fish from, because then I was, for sure, if I would have driven an hour and a half, and they would have been out of something that I wanted, I'd be pissed. Because I don't go to just, I usually have something I want, I need to buy something. I need that,
Regina says Ryukins are super big-bodied.
Yeah, they are. But see, I feel like most goldfish are. Once they reach a certain size, they're just big.
Lumi says, I cannot not feed my goldies. I just do smaller meals now.
Yeah, that's that's fine because they will eat, like I said, 50 times a day, but just give them little teeny bits. That's a good idea.
Alex says, Corey introduced me to your channel, Bob. That said that dude has a plethora of neat fish. Subscriber 1056.
Wow.
I still remember hitting 1,000.
I don't.
I remember hitting 5,000. I do drive 1.5 hours to a good store.
Yeah, I'd call
first.
I call first. I've called before, though, to, outlying stores, and they sounded so unsure. That's what makes me go, the employees clearly didn't know what was going on, really, and I was like, ooh, I don't think I trust that. Also, wet spot in one day was a mistake. My back and neck. Yeah, that's a lot of driving.
You gotta have a comfy car.
That's a lot of driving for one day, for sure.
Alex... I like when I refer people to the co-op and they've never heard of them. It does happen about once a year.
Really?
But yeah,
that's funny.
It's pretty amazing. I'm like, yes.
I feel like everybody knows about the co-op. But I guess if you have no fish stores, driving that far is reasonable.
When people have their subscriptions public, and I see that they subscribe to me before the co-op, I'm like,
I win.
Yeah.
I win. What's up?
Rarely
Cheryl?
happens. Rarely happens.
That's a rarity for sure.
Also, I don't have time to go through people's subscriptions anymore.
I was gonna say, do you do that anymore? New puffer fry behavior. The batch of Pao Fang Eye is the first in matin filter tank after feeding on baby Brian. The school tightly. That's interesting.
Co-op doesn't have a phone, so that wouldn't work. Yeah, because people ruined it.
Here's the deal.
Back when they had a phone, they would have people calling and asking how to get a hold of me. Like, how inappropriate is that?
Really?
I'm trying to get a hold of Bob from Steenfott Aquatics, and they're like, most of the employees don't even know who I am, for one.
Why would they do? Like, I just don't even understand that. I just don't even understand it. Okay, guys. Sure. Finally hit my year membership with the co-op. Nice.
Regina says
thanks,
I subbed to Bob before Corey.
I like
whoop,
to hear
whoop. Oh, this side. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop, did nothing.
This side's not on camera.
Tommy, salami, umami, gurami, pastrami. Wow. It took me a while to realize the co-op was related to the store in Edmonds. Well, I mean, yeah, whatever. Like, it's fine.
People do ruin everything.
This is in life. Yeah, people ruin everything.
Oh, Mountaintop says new puffer fry behavior. This patch of Pao
said that.
Fangai is the first.
I said it.
Well, I haven't read it yet.
Oh, okay. We're gonna double read everything, huh?
I'm feeding
Alrighty.
baby Brian in school tightly in a group of 50.
Is Bob there? Who's Bob? Totally.
It's just, I mean, yeah, it's crazy. There's probably like 3
What do they
employees
think? You're
that know who I am.
Hanging out there, like.
Corey sent me to Bob, and I never left.
Me either.
Yeah, I wish we would do more collabs like back in the day. That's the funnest stuff, is when you get to do stuff with other fish nerds.
I think Corey is just really busy.
Baby Steps. What about Bob? Such a
Baby Steps.
good movie.
Gil.
Yeah, except the whole fish on a necklace.
On a freaking mason jar. God. Went to the co-op opening and then 5 other stores. What a fish. If you were going to make a day of it and you had like a big plan, I could see that being a trip that was worthwhile. And I'm not saying that going to the co-op, especially during this time, is not worthwhile. Of course it is. If you want to do it. But for me personally, I have to have like a lot to get me out in public, period.
I found this place because of the co-op, but Steenfott got a membership before the co-op. Ooh, suck it. Bob, we had a baby. It's a girl. That is my name on Discord.
Yep.
Why am I not green? Must investigate. Hey, I wasn't going to say anything, but...
We were a little upset, Christopher, but, we were going to let it slide.
Bob's getting upset.
No one ever said if they knew what that was from. I know I kind of ruined it, but still, no one ever said anything.
Mary is following up with the goldfish, says she eats everything if I don't feed her. Plants, picks through sand.
Yep.
Maybe it's just her body and I'm not used to it.
I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I would almost guarantee that people
My
who have
2-year-old
not...
great-grandson loves her. I just don't want her to burst and die.
I don't think unless she was floating weird or upside down or not able to right herself or there was some buoyancy issue, I wouldn't be too concerned. They do get swim bladder issues, goldfish. That is something that happens regularly. But it sounds to me like you just have a chunky goldfish, and goldfish will literally eat anything and everything. So, there's that.
I think they should have you as a guest star on the Mullen podcast. Well, here's the thing. I'm not really an expert at anything. I mean,
Jack of all trades.
I have
master of none.
and a master of none. I have obviously a ton of experience in the hobby, but I feel like there's way better people. Like, what are you gonna have me on to talk about breeding corridors? Well, why wouldn't you have someone that's bred like 50 different species?
To be fair, I would probably go for somebody that had a more broad range. You know what I mean? Because I'm all over the place with my fish keeping. For most part, I keep cichlids, or I've kept cichlids. However, I still feel like I'm all over the place, and there's a lot to learn from people who don't hone in on one specific species or, whatever.
Corey yelled at me once for saying that I'm not an expert. He's like, you are.
Yeah.
And I'm like, He's like, you have a lot of experience. And I'm like, well, that's true.
I'm very self-deprecating with that. Like, you do a good job of making me feel better, because even I'm like, why does anybody want to ask me anything? I'm not anybody, but I have kept these animals for a very long time.
Now, Nancy, I am a master's certified herpetologist. A certified master's
I'll go ahead and pop that
in herpetology.
Jesus.
So, but that's not fish.
No. I probably, if I had to say what do I know, or if someone asked me what do I know more about reptiles or fish, I probably know more about reptiles. However, my fish keeping knowledge runs pretty deep as well. But I feel like reptiles, I've kept more reptiles than I have fish, I think, in my lifetime.
Chelsea, I agree. I wasn't even planning on going, and then I heard $5 potted plants in the
Oh.
video. Oof, that's a good deal on
That
a
is,
Nubius.
yeah,
these
that
days.
is a great deal. God damn,
I can't even get a Nubius wholesale for $5.
No, it is. So, and like I remember when a pot of Nana was like $5, $8 to $8, depending. Now it's.
Speaking of me
Thank
being
you,
a
Thank you, Steven.
certified master herpetologist,
Here we go.
I was actually trying to find something that would be similar for like ichthyology, and there's just nothing out there.
No.
So I thought, well, what if I just do it myself? I don't know.
Oh, that
The
he
Mom
is.
podcast is different than the member talks. Yep.
What did I just see that I wanted? Oh yeah, Steven knew. He got it. He got it.
Bob would be a cool co-host because he's a cool guy. I think my problem is I make too many jokes.
That's not a problem. That's not a problem.
Well, some aren't. I don't know.
Well, bye to them.
I'm much better at like censoring myself on my own channel, but when I go to other people's channels, I'm like, oh, it's not my channel. Like
That is going to be something that I will promise
Whoops.
both Jody and Emily. I will do my very best. I am not going to swear or make a slip up.
I can't even get her to not swear on this channel, so
I know,
you're
but
already doing better than me.
I am going to really try my hardest because I know my natural flavor is in for everybody. Like I'm a little, you know. It's the low-key experts that don't think they are. I'd rather hear from that. You know, yeah, I feel like the same thing. Like I always go back to Oliver Lucanis. By following, you wouldn't think that he has the like stature of some fish tubers. He knows more than like anybody else that I can think of. So I mean, that's one of those things where you really have to know who knows. Like, what information are you really looking to extract? Because some people just want to hear about all the kitschy, fun, goofy stuff, or watch
Moto Guppy, hello.
watch that happen. And some people really are trying to get real information. So depends on what you're looking for.
Bougie invited you for the cussing, I'm assuming.
Thanks, Jody. Fucking indeed. I didn't say it. It wasn't me.
Demonetized. Thank you.
I'm always in
I'm
trouble.
gonna miss out on my $10 of ad revenue now
I'm a pain.
because of the F-bomb.
You married me. Probably.
I mean, maybe more reptile enclosures or individual species, but I can't imagine you actually having more reptiles than fish overall. Oh, definitely more species of fish as well.
I've kept a lot of reptiles.
But not nearly as many species of reptiles as fish.
I don't
There's more
know.
species of fish in this room right now than
I
you've
guess
had
now,
reptiles.
yeah. But before, I don't know. Because I was very specific on what I kept. Like, as far as, like, I usually kept bigger groups of cichlids and... I don't know.
The Mom podcast is really funny. I like the way Corey Zenzo and Randy. And Randy's a funny dude. And he's a fun one to hang out with, for sure.
We know about Mom.
Mm-hmm.
We know a bit about that in this fish room.
We grown-ups, we all slip up. Except there's a little box you have to check on YouTube for every single video
Yeah.
that says...
Is it for
is
children?
is there... And it even says, is
Yeah.
there any inappropriate swearing? Is there any of this?
Yeah.
And it really hinders your ad revenue.
Yeah.
But we only make like $10 of ad revenue on a live stream, so it doesn't really matter.
I try really hard. It's just not in my nature to not swear. I grew up in a very sweary household, and it wasn't like I knew not to swear around other adults and stuff, but I've always had a mouth on me.
Well, that's good. Makes it easier to eat.
I roll my eyes hard enough at that. I can't even do it. I retract my F it then. Don't retract. Never apologize. Never retract. No mercy.
Is this a kid show? No. So here's the thing. I have my channel as marked not safe for kids, but that's like in the general settings. You still have to do it for every individual video.
Even shorts, it will ask you if it's safe for kids.
Because if you put safe for kids, your ad revenue goes down like 90%. It's awful.
Yeah. What if you name the stream something like creating unique natural tanks? Does the algorithm check the acronyms? Good one. Well placed.
They had a new light rail system that they put in South Seattle, and this made it through all the way to the top and all the way to the launch of the first day when it opened to the public. They named it the South Lake Union Transit, or SLUT. And somehow they didn't figure out that acronym, and some guy printed out a bunch of T-shirts and sold them that said, "I rode the slut today." And so they had to go in and change the name of the entire
God, it makes me so happy.
Like, how did they not know?
Seattle. It's a
South
cesspool.
Lake Union Transit.
I hate it there.
Wait a minute. I came here because the C word is acceptable only in the member stream.
Yeah. You gotta wait
because there should be no...
He even gets mad at me when I swear in the members stream, though. I get in trouble all the time.
Well, I have to keep you in check.
All the time.
Because if I don't say something, it just gets worse
I've
and worse
just
and
waited
worse
my
and worse
whole
and worse.
life to be kept in check. That's what I've always wanted. Forever.
Well, I'm going to hear about that later.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm 12. Chat immediately disappears. Yeah, there is no chat on the kids' channels. Zero chat.
You can't do that. First of all, there shouldn't be kids on YouTube. Period. Like, my friend has a hell of a time keeping her kids off YouTube, though. Every child wants to be all up on YouTube. Not our child. Even though she's not quite there yet. But you know what I mean. Wait, Lucanus? What are we talking about? What, Alec? No.
The oyster catchers? I haven't.
Oyster catchers.
That shows an interesting logo for their...
Oh, God. I already know. I already know.
Do you? I don't know.
Yes, I do.
I want to Google it.
An oyster? What does an oyster look like? What does an oyster
It's a
look
bird.
like?
Oyster catchers are a family of shorebirds.
Look
known
up
for their
Oyster
specialized
Catchers Little League. I wonder if it'll...
baseball. A logo. Oh.
That's what I was expecting.
All right.
Yep. I thought that would be... Jesus criminy.
Good save.
I did. I
I just said good save.
I did it.
Dang, not a member, so not able to watch the members only stream. Well, unfortunately, I got to do something for the members. They do pay extra.
Yeah. Well-behaved women rarely make fun aquarium streams. Yeah. Word. Agreed.
My oldest wanted to be a YouTube star. We told her to write a script of what she wanted to do. She backed out. So my best friend that passed away, he was a teacher, and he taught I think like 6th or 7th, somewhere around there. And like he did the what do you want to be when you grow up, and a vast majority of them was like, I want to be a YouTuber.
Oh God.
Yeah. And
Oh
so
my God.
he was going to have me come and give a talk on why that is a terrible idea.
It's a terrible idea.
But then he died, so I didn't have to do it.
It's a terrible idea. You guys, don't be YouTubers. Nobody wants to be YouTubers.
There's a new one called the Crystal Coast Booty Divers.
Oh, all right. My husband always tries to micromanage me. It's so cute. He doesn't try to micromanage me. He doesn't do that.
Is baseball finally getting interesting?
No. Never.
That logo is fantastic.
My favorite reptile is my daughter's BTS. Becomes my... Oh, of course it became yours, Mary. Kind of scared of it. But it's funny because my mom was like that. When I first wanted to keep like a lot of reptiles, she was like, oh, you're going to bring snakes into the house. But she let me. And then she was like, okay, I love the snakes. I'm like, see? They're clean. They don't make messes.
Running Water says, Stephen P., I've been trying to find your email, having trouble with my dang phone. I still checked again this morning.
He censored you, Running Water. You like that?
You've been blocked.
You've just been censored. How does that feel to be censored?
Wait, Alex says not LRB or Garden of Eder? Wow.
Yeah, I wasn't understanding the context
Oh,
there.
Lucas has a university research position,
Oh,
longtime wholesaler, has
Lucanus.
written 3 books,
Yeah.
travels all over the world, and then there's the Florida Idiots.
Who have 18 billion subscribers and get all the views.
Although, who's the idiot I checked in on the other day? Catch 'em All Fishing, who has 4 million subscribers, but his views were only getting like 20 to 30,000.
I think he's
which
been
is
demonetized
pathetic.
multiple times, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, none of that. I really hope that there's not one, even though I know there's tons, nobody takes them seriously. Nobody should take them seriously. It's disgusting what they do to fish. It's horrible.
There's the newer one, like, is it the Fish Guys or whatever? That's absolutely awful.
Oh my God, I know. They go to like the abandoned places. Are those the ones you're talking about?
The Fish Guys. Let's see. Yep.
Oh my God.
Talk about Florida idiots. I'll show you these idiots.
If you see anybody that even, and I hate to do this to guys that look like this, but it's always the same carbon copy. Like I could never pick them apart. They all look the same. They all look the same. Same vibe, same
So
like,
they
tone.
make these. First of all, how many? 1.5 million subscribers.
Only 7. Yeah, that's.
Buying every scary fish from the live fish vending machine. They've done that video like 10 times now. There is no such thing as a live fish vending machine. What they did, and what's crazy is they even showed in the video, but people still fall for it. They bought their own vending machine, stocked it themselves, and then made this video.
I don't even,
There it is again.
It makes me angry. I honestly don't even
3
like
million
looking at
views.
this kind of stuff because
1.3
people
million
eat this
views.
shit up, and it's not good.
There it
It's
is again.
not
So he's
good.
done this video 3 times now in the last 5
And
months.
don't hold the fish out of. God, I hate that. Like, they're just holding
Dark
fish out
web.
of water.
I
Okay,
ordered a
stop looking. I
haunted
can't even look at it.
axolotl off
I
the
hate
dark
them.
web.
They're awful. It's really terrible.
So when you wonder who we're talking about when we say Florida idiots,
That would be.
it's guys like these.
There's too many to even count at this point.
Yep. And then you get the people that you're just jealous because they have millions of
No.
subscribers. No,
Absolutely
would
not.
never be jealous of someone like that.
I couldn't. I would rather have a smaller channel forever and never grow than be like that. That's.
Did Aqua Pro's Mike make a new account? I heard. When was his last video?
No one takes grosser poops than the Tegu. She poops like a person.
Aqua Pros hasn't made a video in 9 months. When I inquired, I heard that he is killing it on Instagram, and so that is where he is at right now.
Which, how do you kill it on Instagram? Good for him if he
I don't
is.
know, he
'Cause
figured it out.
I have no idea how you would do that. Bass fishing productions, yes, they're terrible.
He also has a really large Facebook. Oh, I'm not gonna sign in. A large Facebook presence as well, and I think he's just having better luck on those platforms.
I want to catch tropical fish in coffee cups in a dumpster in a parking lot. Yeah, really. Yeah. It's really annoying.
So, anyways,
It sucks because when you're getting into the hobby and you don't know better and you watch that kind of stuff, that's why people eat it up because they're like, oh, look what they, and it's like, no, there's no reality to any of that. None of that is real life. And if it is, all those fish are dead. It's awful. It is torture to fish.
Alex says, until I went to Cal Berkeley, I thought I wanted to be an ichthyologist.
Yeah. I have my mixed feelings about PETA too, though. The way they handle things does not help. Like, they are too radical in their methodology. You need to be more incognito. What?
New logo, subscribe. Thanks for the recommendation, Bob. New logo Austin is one of the funniest people in the world. I love that guy. What are your plans for your T-bar cichlids? I keep meaning to add them to my website to sell them, but I still haven't. So
if anybody's interested, let us know.
yeah, if you want to buy some, it's a good time
Reach
to ship.
out, yeah.
I think we're only asking like $10 a piece for exclusive Steenfott aquatic bread. Sahikas.
I can vouch for the fact that these are extremely healthy fish, very, very hardy, raised right here. I'm very attached to them, even though there's a ton of them. So I want them to have good homes. So buy them.
Did you know that Lowell's Fish Lab talked at the Findig? I did. Man, that guy has so much information. Yeah, he was going to send me some stuff, but I was lazy and never followed up with him.
In his little tank top.
But the offer is there, so.
Yeah, PETA is... I don't appreciate organizations like that for animals because, again, it detracts from saving animals. Their sensationalism.
And like 99% of their money goes to salary, not actual.
It's like Goodwill. You think that it's
Cross.
a company
Red
that's...
Cross is like 91%
Yeah,
of donations go to.
I've worked for a nonprofit, and the way they allocate funds, I only have one time, and it blew my mind. You think that this money is going certain places, and it's not.
Green
So-
Shield, it's Sahika. I will show you one, and then we will sign off.
Gorgeous fish.
Titlania.
Sajika.
Sahika. That'll get us close enough.
Look at those pretty little babies.
Just go to images. And these are what they are, although there's not very many images.
No. They're not, to be perfectly honest, they are not a commonly kept fish. They are a very inexpensive and easy to breed fish, but they are not commonly kept. So I adore them. My first pair came from Ocean Aquarium in San Francisco. Justin supplied them to me, and I fell in love, and I've kept them for years. They're great fish.
Why is there no images?
Yeah, there's like nothing.
Oh, I spelled it wrong. That's why.
Way to go. There you go.
Whoops.
I would say for the ones that I've kept, the most accurate, like that's a really good one. That's good. Yeah. Yep.
This is a picture that's on our thumbnail. This is probably my video.
Oh, is it?
I don't know. Let's visit. Or your video. Yeah, it is.
That would be me and you.
It is your video.
Thanks for pausing it right there. I look great.
Yeah, you got a great smile.
That's fantastic. Thank you. Great.
Yeah, I forgot about that hat. Where's that hat at?
I saw it recently.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
They're great fish. I would recommend them highly. No,
All
they're
right,
not
folks,
aggressive.
they are not aggressive. They are territorial when they're spawning, but that's about it.
I recommend not keeping multiple males. They will get aggressive with each other if they are kept in too small of it, in like an enclosure without keep it one male or keep a male and multiple females. And they're very easy to sex once they hit about 2 inches. Males have like red tinged elongated fins and the females have yellow shorter fins. So they're like ketchup and mustard.
The worst is the TV show Tanked. Yep, that show is awful.
That's why it's gone. It's been off the air for a long time.
Awful, yeah, and he goes to the Aquashellas, and I've only been to one, but he does walk around like he is a super duper celebrity. And
Here's
I'm just
the deal.
like, I didn't even know it was him. I was like, they set up this huge banner to do like this whole photo session, and then like nobody was there, and I'm like, what is this about? I'm like, who is this guy?
They should have stuck to manufacturing tanks. They
Yeah.
can make good tanks. You don't need to get involved in the fish keeping aspect of it. So, the German YouTube guy on a Sahika search in the wild was entertaining. Oh, the German YouTube guy. Who's that?
If you want Sahikas, just send an email to steenfottaquatics@gmail.com. That's the best way. The message, I don't know that I still have the message me through the website still up. If I do, I'm not getting them, so don't do that. I always say the best way if you want to talk to me is through email, because I check my email about 20 times a day. So,
Oh, I see.
what size tank for a T-bar? I mean,
40.
40 is like the minimum. I think they would enjoy a little bit bigger.
They would. If you have a 75 or a 55 for them, that'd be great. But if you're trying to breed them, I think a 40 breeder with a male and a female is perfectly acceptable.
I agree. And on that note, we're going to call it quits. Whew. Thanks, everyone, for coming out. It was fun. You don't have a 900 number? No, but that would be interesting. I could charge like $5 a minute and then put you on hold. Or talk like this. Tank Guy is doing some kind of online fish keeping school that he is going to change for. I don't know.
Whoa. Good God.
Anyways, members, we'll see you in about 15 minutes. Everyone else, we will see you again at hopefully next week. And we got 20 new members. I hope to see some of you in about 15 minutes.
Don't miss out on all the uncensored fun, guys.
All the regular members, I hope to see you all.
Get ready for some F-bombs.
In about 15 minutes, too. And, yeah, I'm not going to condone that, but...
Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Do not love when people tell me they're not going to condone things.
I don't condone you saying that either.
Okay. You can do that all day long. That's
I don't
fine.
condone what we're having for dinner either.
Still happening, though. It's funny how that works, isn't it?
Well, that's how
Chris,
love is.
Yeah, Chris Lucap. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got some crazy
That's
stuff.
a cool dude.
Yeah.
That dude's a rock star, like legitimate rock star.
He looks like a rock star with his hair. Like, it's crazy.
I was sad I didn't get to hang out with him and Corey when he was in here, but maybe next time. Anyways, bye-bye. Put your sailor hats on.